Hey, it's Cooper. My topic and discussion is on homework and whether it is beneficial for students or not. So, homework is one of the most talked about parts of school, and people have very different opinions about it. So, some think it should be completely removed because it causes stress, while others believe it's important for building discipline and preparing students for their future, which I believe is true. So, my argument is this: homework should not be eliminated entirely, but it should be limited and made more meaningful. Because when it's done right, it helps students grow. But when there's too much of it, it can hurt their well being and cause them to be very stressed out, which I've experienced many times. So, the reason people disagree about homework is because they're focused on many different things. So, some people care more about preparing students for their future, building responsibilities, independence, and good work ethics. Others care more about students' health, making sure they have time to rest, spend time with family, and not feel super overwhelmed all the time. Both sides make perfectly good points, but the problem happens when things go too far in one of the directions. So, people who are against homework argue that students are being pushed too hard all the time. So, a Time magazine article describes students feeling stuck under constant pressure, with one student saying it feels like being on an endless treadmill with no time for living. A direct quote from the Time magazine. Some students spend entire weekends doing homework assignments, losing time for sleep, exercise, and time with family. So, research also shows that after a certain point, more homework does not really improve academic performance. These are real concerns. Too much homework does not help if it wears students out too much. So, at the same time, getting rid of homework completely is not the answer either. When it's done right, homework helps students build important habits. It teaches them responsibility, time management, and how to work on their own and problem solve. As one expert explains, that's what I think is the greatest value of homework in cultivating beliefs about learning and skills associated with academic success. So that shows homework isn't just about finishing the assignments, it's about building skills students will need later in their lives. So the real problem with homework isn't homework itself, but it's how much is given and whether it actually has a purpose. So busy work just creates stress without helping students learn. I'm sure we've all had assignments that were just copy and pasting stuff. But meaningful assignments can support learning and just build discipline. In Bo Saw's Good Arguments, he explains that arguments should lead to something better, not just more disagreements. A direct quote is, "We should disagree in such a way that the outcome of having the disagreement is better than not having it at all," from page 35. So this connects to homework because just because something is difficult or frustrating doesn't mean we should remove it completely. Instead, we should improve it so it actually helps us grow, specifically students. So, the issue isn't about choosing between homework or no homework. It's about finding the right balance. Too much homework can harm students. No homework at all can leave them very unprepared. But the right amount, done with purpose, can support them, both learning and well-being. In the end, this matters because it affects students every day. We shouldn't settle for extremes, and we should aim for a system where homework is limited, meaningful, and actually helpful, so students can succeed without being overwhelmed. I've been in far too many classes where homework is given every day, and it does not really have a meaning. It's just giving us something to do. But I've also had classes where the homework assignments have helped me do better on exams and many things like that. One notable one is anatomy and physiology. I found that doing the homework and really trying on the homework helped me so much more on all of my exams compared to like math class and stuff like that. But that is my argument. Have a good day.